Hi Michelle, thanks for joining us.
Hi Annalise, I'm delighted to be here.
So Michelle, can you tell us what Focus on Dementia is all about?
So Focus on Dementia is the National Improvement Programme for Scotland based at Healthcare Improvement Scotland, and our aim is to really improve experience and outcomes for people with dementia, for carers and for staff. And our work spans across the whole pathway for people with dementia. So our focus is on diagnosis and post-diagnostic support, improving care coordination in the community, but also supporting people within hospitals and within specialist dementia units. And a new piece of work that we're about to start is about supporting people with advanced dementia.
So you mentioned communities. How does a dementia-friendly community operate?
Well, it's great that you've asked that question because I'm really passionate about dementia-friendly communities. Back in 2015, I was awarded a Winston Churchill Fellowship and I went out to Japan and America to really learn about dementia-friendly communities and visited the very first dementia-friendly community in the world, which is in Yuji City in Japan. And what that showed me was the real opportunities of dementia-friendly communities. We know with the ageing population that we have in Scotland that health and social care aren't going to be able to provide all of the solutions to supporting people with dementia. And so if we're truly to support people to live well in the community for as long as possible, then dementia-friendly communities can provide part of that answer and that solution.
So how do you see dementia-friendly communities operating in Scotland?
Yeah, there's great examples right across Scotland, and the Life Changes Trust have supported a number of dementia-friendly communities across the country with really positive effects. One area that I've been involved in, particularly in a volunteering role, has been to support Prestwick to become a dementia-friendly community. And I've been really inspired by the people of Prestwick, the local businesses, the schools, the community groups who have all pulled together to really support this initiative.
That sounds really interesting. Now, can you tell us more about what Dementia Friendly Prestwick is doing?
Yeah, so at the very start of the process, we identified a group of key individuals to come together to form a steering group, which would then interact with people in the community to try and understand what was important to people in the community about a dementia-friendly area. And so what we've done is engage with people with dementia and their families and carers and people within the local businesses and schools to understand how we could all support people with dementia. So as a result of that exercise, there's been a few really key developments. One has been the development of a dementia-friendly garden in the grounds of Biggert Hospital. This creates a relaxed sensory environment for people, not only people who are in the hospital, but people in the local community of all ages who can use this community garden. The other area we've been working on to huge success has been a pop-up cinema. And part of that has come from the charrette process in Prestwick, where people in Prestwick were telling us that they really missed going to the cinema. So what we've done is created our own community cinema. This isn't just for people with dementia, it's for anyone in the community to come along and enjoy. What's really nice is that not only do people enjoy the films, they enjoy the social interaction, but they also enjoy the music. We hear people singing along with the music, and what's really great is all the films are subtitled as well. So for people who perhaps have hearing difficulties, they're able to enjoy the cinema just as much as everyone else. People can talk, people who maybe get a bit anxious during a film can go next door, have a cup of tea and a blether and enjoy the relaxed atmosphere of the cinema. Another thing that we've been doing in Prestwick is interacting with the local schools. So alongside Alzheimer's Scotland, we've ran what we called our Dragon's Den event. It's based on the TV show and was an event which was held with Prestwick Academy and the local primary schools to bring young people together to really encourage young people to come up with innovative ideas about how they could support people with dementia in the community. From that, a group of successful young people won the Dementia Innovation Award for Prestwick, and that was presented by our friendly dragons at the event. And we're working with Alzheimer's Scotland to see how we take forward some of those ideas that have emerged from that event. Another area that we're really interested in is how we can involve businesses and support businesses to support people with dementia, to allow people to continue to go to the hairdressers, the bakers, the bank. And this was something that I saw in Japan that just worked really, really well, whereby all of the local business leaders and people working in shops, etc., were all trained to support people with dementia. So we've been working alongside Alzheimer's Scotland to provide that training locally, and we're really keen to move forward with that to make sure that people feel equipped to support people when they come into the shop, but also that people with dementia and their families feel safe to come out and about in the local town. And the important thing is that people remain part of the community that they live in, and that we can reduce stigma around dementia.
So you're obviously having a lot of success in what you're doing in Prestwick. Can you tell us about how you're going to roll this out across Scotland?
We're really keen to share the learning that we've had in Prestwick. So, for example, the Dragon's Den idea, some of the ideas around the pop-up cinema. So we'd be keen to share that, and we've been doing that quite successfully through our Twitter account, through Facebook, through our website, and we're attracting a lot of attention through that. And just yesterday I got a message from Hungary, from an area that was interested to hear more about the work that we're taking forward. So our messages are spreading, but we're also keen to learn from what else is happening in Scotland. And so through the Life Changes Trust, we're really keen to link up with other dementia-friendly communities in Scotland so that we can share practice across Scotland. I think in terms of Prestwick, there's a huge appetite to expand the work further and to expand into South Ayrshire as a whole. We are a small group of volunteers who are all doing this on top of either a caring responsibility or a full-time job. So ideally for us, we would expand in a way that we can have more local champions involved in our work to take forward this work with us. So we're really keen to have more support to be able to drive this forward, and we're a very ambitious group and have lots of ideas about how we could do this.
And finally, Michelle, what are your hopes for the future for dementia-friendly communities?
My hope is that actually what we get to are just compassionate communities, that people don't even have to mention dementia, that everything in our communities is about supporting everyone in the community, and that we are as inclusive as we can be, so that people with dementia remain part of the community for as long as possible, that people feel safe, secure, supported in our environment, and that we live well, people live well with dementia without any stigma, and that the human rights of people with dementia are absolutely respected.
Well, it was lovely talking to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Annalise.